I wish that was my cum rag.
Stop it. All right. I'm Aaron Goulding.
I'm Joe Foster.
And you're watching Eye for an Eye.
First record I want to review, it's a new release by one of my favorite old singers. Happens to be the brother of Ian MacKaye, the singer of Minor Threat, Fugazi, Embrace, etc. And this is Alec MacKaye. This is his new band called Hammered Holes. And Alec sang for bands like Ignition, The Faith, one of my all-time favorite bands. And anyway, this is his new band, and I'm so stoked. I had no idea he was doing a new band. So Hammered Holes on Discord Records, of course. And let's listen to the song called Written Words. It's Hammered Holes.
Okay.
Like the hole of a boat, not like the hole in your head.
Holes.
Yeah, holes. Okay. Hence the boat.
All right. Yeah, no, I get it. Okay, go ahead.
And yeah, I mean, it's definitely got that DC guitar in it, a la Ignition, etc. It's just wonderful. So let's listen to a track off this called Written Words by Hammered Holes.
Speaking now of the written word, speaking tongues, I guess you heard. Murmuring clouds in a paper sky, blacked out roads and blacked out eyes. Let's get lost on stranded beaches, keyword searches.
Yeah, Joe.
The guitar, the delivery, the vocals, the patterns, everything.
These bands so epic. So this is a new band that's just got like an old singer, you said?
Well, guys that have been in bands forever, but Alec,
just super talented musicians that got back together, huh?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, Alec hasn't done a band forever, and like I said, his last band he did was Ignition, and I sort of prefer this.
Yeah,
this is
it's pretty awesome.
Intricate guitar work and a blend of melodies and screams. And
so, where can people find their music?
Well, this is on Discord Records. So, I mean, discordrecords.com would be where you'd want to go to pick this up. That's cool. Where I got this. I did a pre-order on it. But yeah, it's
Discord Records.
Hammered Holes, my band of the year. Well, and Circles, but
yeah,
both amazing.
Circles,
what do you got,
awesome
buddy?
Too. Yeah, so the first band I'm going to review today is Mute. They're out of Quebec, Canada. What can I say? Mute is, I have to cheat a little bit because there's a lot of information on these guys, so bear with me here. But the most recent album is Remember Death. But one of my favorite tracks is called Bates Motel, and that's from the album Thunderblast. This song is just, I don't know what it is about it, but it really, I think it's just his voice, obviously the music and all that. But what's really cool about this band is he drums and sings.
Oh, it's hard to do.
Yeah, it's Etienne Dion. I'm not sure if that's how you say it in, French, Canadian French, whatever. But Etienne Dion, this guy is amazing. He's also a photographer, professional photographer.
Oh, wow.
As well. Huh. So they believe that for about 15 years now they have supported themselves. It's all DIY. They've, as far as I know, they haven't put anything out on a record label for the last 15 years. All their releases are self-released. They played about over 500 career concerts through North Africa, Europe, and Brazil. Right now they're down in Mexico touring. I've never even heard of a punk band touring through Mexico, at least not in a long time, but they're apparently killing it right now on tour. You got to check these guys out. If you haven't heard of them before, definitely find them on, I think, Bandcamp or Facebook is the best way to go.
What are they called?
Mute, M-U-T-E. Anyways, I really want you to hear this song called Bates Motel. So have a listen.
No, I like it. It's out of nowhere to me. I mean, I heard, I think 97 or 96 Mute from Venice. Mm-hmm. But I've not heard of this form of Mute.
Yeah. No, what's really cool though is, like I said, 810 drums and sings. I mean, there's not a whole lot of bands that do it. Satanic Surfers does it. I'm not sure if Rodrigo is still doing that, but the reason I know these guys so well is back in the day, my old band Pride Bull did a lot of touring with these guys. Through almost every time we went through Canada, we hooked up with Mute.
Cool.
Super nice guys. Solid band. I don't know what else.
Did you only find them on Bandcamp and Spotify?
And Facebook. Yeah,
And Facebook,
Spotify,
yeah.
Bandcamp, Facebook. Yeah, they're not, you can't find them anywhere else.
That's cool. I like that.
DIY stuff. So
Nice.
Hey, what's up, guys? Etienne here from Mute, and you're watching Eye for an Eye.
Yeah. Joe's got another band he wants to review for us. That's right.
Oh, well, all right. We flashbacking or
No, we're going to review another band.
just another band?
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is kind of heavy-hearted and sort of emotional, I guess. Very emotional, to be honest. This is a band singer by the name of John Bunstead, and he passed away a few years back.
Oh,
And he was just an amazing guy. Had an amazing voice, and just such a kind, sweet guy. And this he sang for probably one of the most popular bands was Synthfield,
Oh, yeah.
and they were on
that's right.
Revelation, and
I know. What you're talking
also did a band Reason to Believe. Anyway, this is something he was working on, and it's called Lucky Lucky Scars, and it's the talent level of this guy, the human level of this guy, everything is just second to none. So this goes out to John Bunch, and
Was this a side project, or was this something he did after Sensfield?
he did this way after Synthfield, but he was very committed to it, and I don't know. Anyway, let's check out a song by Lucky Scars, John Bunch singing. It's called All Lies.
Put my trash in a backyard barrel. I don't leave a paper trail that I ever exist. Bury cash in the front yard barrel. Animals can use a van, but he crossed me off the list. Running from the government everywhere. Everyone's running from the president everywhere. National security.
Wow, man. That's ghostly. What a trip to hear his voice, and yeah, I'm sorry, super sorry. Like, wow, that is heavy.
Yeah.
But amazing music, and
He
killer band.
left so many gifts for the world. I mean, it's just incredible. So you guys check out Lucky Scars and pretty much everything John Bunch has ever done.
On a lighter note, here, definitely wanted to do a shout out regarding my own band this time. So I'm going to just talk a little bit about Setbacks. Setbacks is a band basically we're worldwide. So drummer and guitar player on this last album were from South Africa. Bass players and lead guitarists from the UK. Of course, me on vocals here from San Diego, California. We just put out our second full-length album called Dead Reckoning. Definitely check it out. If you get a chance, there's one song I'm in love with. I think I played it for you the other day. It's my own song. I mean, of course, I'm biased because it's mine.
You
but-
think?
Yeah. But I don't
Oh
know. There's
my
something
God.
about this song that hits home for me. I think personally, it's weird to talk about your own band, but like, I used to play in Pride Bowl, so I've written a lot of songs over the years and released a lot of songs, and I mean, I feel like this album for us is a pretty solid album. Every song for me is like, usually when you go back and listen to the album, you're kind of like, we could have done better on that. Something could have been better. I just feel like we kind of nailed it, and of course you're always going to be self-critical, but I think for at least for us, how I felt like we got it down, but you should listen for yourself.
I listened to it.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty good. I think
Thanks, man.
your best stuff ever. I mean, the first record you did was really, really good, and I was blown away by these musicians, especially this drummer.
Drummer's insane.
Dude,
Yeah.
what's his name? Juan?
Jean.
Juan?
Yeah, that's how you pronounce it. It's spelled like Juan. Yeah, I thought he was Mexican at first, but he's actually South African. Jean.
He is
Jean DeLange.
very Chris Bratton-esque. He just blows my mind. But anyway, the musicianship, everything, the composition, all the songs, everything is incredible.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I do think everybody should have a listen to it, at least for the sake of song crafting and music integrity. It's all there for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you get a chance on the Japanese release from Milestone Sounds out of Japan, there's a track called Adrift. Okay, it's the reprise version. We have it as an outro on our other releases through. On our other releases through People of Punk Rock out of Canada, Morningwood Records out of Belgium, but the Japanese version. Oh,
Some air.
Oh, you have no idea.
You're
It feels so
dying,
good.
aren't you?
Oh, you have no idea. Anyway, the song I really want you to hear right now, though, is called Dead Reckoning. Check it out.
I suffer from all the lonely and dark days. Dead reckoning seems to be the only way I can plot my course, because life is so goddamn coarse. Stir the water with my
Hi there guys, this is Jean from Setbacks and you're watching Ah for an Ah.
Do you have a record label you want to plug? Anybody want to talk about?
Well, there's this record store in Berlin, Germany. They're called Cortex Records.
Oh, yeah.
And to me, they're really the kind of the hub of hardcore, and everything pretty much runs through Cortex Records. They put out limited edition presses of bands from the U.S.
No, they are the hub.
100
For sure.
in a certain color. They also have a thing called the Cortex Charts, where European and American bands appear on their charts based on record sales, and so you see the top 20 every week there. And all the merchandise you could ever want. An amazing online store, catalog, actually record store front. We can go in and buy records. They put on shows all the time.
Yeah, no, they're awesome. But I have a question for you. So let's just say
They make beer.
What?
Yeah, they get their beer brewed in a church by nuns, and it's called Cortex
Time
beer.
to start making beer. We're gonna make beer. Eye for an eye beer. I can
Dude,
see it
it's
right now.
the best beer in the world.
Really?
Yeah, it's got those little rubber pop tops, like
No way.
incredible.
So I have a question for you, because I know Cortex
Andy,
is like
Udo, David. I mean,
bomb.
they've been there ever since I started going to Europe, which
Yeah.
was like 93,
Forever.
94.
Yeah. So if I'm just starting out, let's just say I just record. I'm a hardcore band just starting out.
Yeah.
Is this where I want to send stuff to, or are they just a distributor? Is it like a record label, or is this something like I could print?
They've
my
had
own
labels
7-inch
in the
and-
past. Cortex Records.
Like, what can they do
slash
for
Grips
me?
What can they do for you? Well,
Yeah.
if they love your sound, like for example, they were sent. I can't remember the name of the band. They were sent something by a band. Might have been Tuning out of San Francisco, and they in turn let our label, Unity Worldwide Records, know about this band.
Okay.
And we listened to them, and we were
that's cool.
oh my god, these guys are amazing. So we signed them.
Oh.
So
rad. Okay, I see how.
it's
that
kind of
works.
like
kind of a back and forth thing.
the Bermuda Triangle as far as Cortex, and then Revelation Records and Unity Worldwide Records. There's
Got
a
it.
kind of a pattern of distribution and helping each other out, but it's not to exclude other labels,
totally.
but that's just how it's been working so far. But I mean, you
That's really cool.
can't go wrong with Cortex ever. So.
Super, super cool. Well, I just wanted to blur about a record label out of Belgium. Like I said, they've released 2 of our albums, Morningwood Records out of Belgium. These guys are doing great things for the scene in Europe. They're sort of kind of up and coming label. Not like, just like your typical indie label, but these guys are definitely in support of smaller bands and helping, build them up. So, if you're into punk rock, I don't know if they're so much into the hardcore thing, but I'm sure it doesn't matter these days. Punk rock, hardcore all crosses over. If you got something that you think is worthy, definitely send it on to them. Morningwood Records. You can find them on Facebook, I know for sure. I'm sure just Google them, you'll find them.
Cool.
I think we're going to move right in now to 7 Inches. I definitely want to talk about this band, okay? Bayonet, all right?
Indecision Records, our buddy Dave
Yeah.
Mandel's label, and Straight Edge from San Diego. And again, it's like that hybrid of hardcore and punk. I mean, it's got the intensity, of a hardcore. With
I thought I was presenting this.
Oh, my bad.
No, it's okay. I just mimicked Joe. To be honest, I just heard him and kind of fell in love with him right off the bat. They've got this really like just girthy. The singer's intense. Okay, it's a lot of energy, and it hits those, like Joe was saying, hits those just melodic parts. It gives it that killer. It kind of ties in that killer melodic punk rock sound. A little bit of '90s meets like.
Yeah, a little bit of
hardcore.
Raised Fist meets.
Yeah, it's intense.
It's intense.
It's super, super intense. Bayonet, Total Massacre. Check these guys out. Actually, we're probably going to listen to a track.
Let's hear a
here.
track, yeah.
So yeah, check out this track.
Yeah, good stuff. Good
Insane.
stuff.
Super insane. Yeah, check them out.
We're actually shooting this in San Diego today, so it's
It's appropriate.
interesting and appropriate all at the same time. I got a flashback I'm going to do.
I want to hear your 7-inch. What's your 7-inch?
I just did Lucky Scars.
Oh, you did?
We talked about John, remember?
I thought
Right here.
okay, I thought that was your review. Well, that's fine.
Well, I don't.
Should have.
I'm sort of more or less reviewing flashback
I
records.
guess you're a little bit unprepared. That's okay.
Well,
hey, I'm unprepared today too.
You know, I do have a record
been
over
one of those days,
over
Joe.
there.
It's okay.
I could review, but
I want to hear about MIA.
I'm so in the. Oh gosh, really?
No.
I don't mean oh gosh, really. I just mean it's another guy that we lost, Mike Conley, sang for MIA.
Dude.
He probably passed away about 6 years ago, and probably he's one of our forefathers as far as melodic hardcore in Orange County goes. And this record's called Murder in a Foreign Place with Mike singing, and my old man Unity played with him quite a bit. And he's just the sweetest guy, and still one of the best bands to date ever from Orange County. Galvin Oglesby, pretty famous artist and an amazing guitar player, did the artwork on this. And I'd say check out a track, but they're all good. So
Yeah, well, let's listen to a track.
I don't know which one.
It's okay. We'll just pick one randomly. All right.
Wait, I love them all. Let's go with Boredom Is Your Reason
Okay.
by MIA. This was out on Alternative Tentacles Records, and it's long out of press and should be in press and constant rotation on your record player. Mike Conley, rest in peace, brother. Enjoy this.
Wow, Joe, dude, that's intense. Wow, it's really sad to see these amazing musicians go. I mean, obviously, people pass away, but like when it's somebody that you really look up to and admire and that's done so much for that community, you just kind of like, it hits home. So thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, of course.
Right now we're gonna flash back. Joe's got a flash. Oh, actually, I was gonna flash back.
I'm gonna flash.
You can flash back.
I'll flash it back.
You flash back.
I will. All right.
No, you.
I am flashing it back. Stupid. All right. There's another one on Alternative Tentacles Records. 7 Seconds. They actually recently announced, maybe 5-6 months ago, that they were broken up for Final for Good, and that's sad news for sure. One of my favorite all-time bands ever. I know, I'm
like the
just
most depressing
a ball of
episode ever.
depression right here.
Oh.
Anyway, but if you haven't heard any of the earlier stuff, you might be familiar with the Crew, Walk Together, Rock Together, etc. But this is, again, it's called Skins, Brains, and Guts, 7 Seconds. And we're going to check out one of my favorite songs of all time, We're Gonna Fight.
Yeah.
And it's just, man.
7 seconds. Old school.
Yeah, baby. Okay, we're going to fight. Here we go.
We're gonna fight. We know who's right. Not you. Time to unite. We're having our say. Me, you. But us wrong. They've done us wrong. Don't stand up tall.
Not you. It's time to unite.
Yeah.
We're having
I
our
like-
say. Me, you.
I like that song, Joe. That was a good pick.
It's
Yeah.
a great song.
Yeah, 7 seconds is like, holy.
Great
moly.
guys, great
Yeah.
band, everything great, 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 great.
I love that flashback. Thank you. Yeah. Awesome. All right. I got a flashback as well. I'm going to talk about Adhesive. Okay. This band is out of Sweden. Now, this is a Swedish punk rock band from the 90s. What people would probably call 90s skate punk. This is back in the Millencolin days. Millencolin, No Fun at All, Satanic Surfers, bands like that. Pride Bull, my old band. That there was like this cool little era in the '90s where Swedish punk kind of had a sound. You know, it had this like certain sound, and people were attracted to it. And Millencolin blew up. Burning Heart Records and Epitaph, and on and on.
Yeah.
Anyways, Adhesive was one of those bands. We actually
Were they on Burning Heart or no?
No, they weren't. They were on Ampersand Records. And
I heard of that.
actually, we did a split release with Adhesive back in the day. We had so much fun with these guys. Geir, the singer, he came and actually sang a couple tracks on one of our albums. That was really fun. He's kind of like from the north, like middle part of Sweden, north of where I lived. Anyway, this track I want you guys to hear is pretty
Wait,
epic.
you speak Swedish, don't you?
I do. I speak fluent Swedish, yeah.
Can you say 5 seconds about this in Swedish?
Shh, I could try.
Shocker try?
Ja, sure.
Gå.
Jag kan prova. Så vi spelade flera gånger med den här banden Adhesive från Sverige. Det var jättekul att träffa dem och turné med dem. De var jätte snällt gubbar, eller killar säger man. Men jag har mycket att säga på dem, men du måste lyssna på den här sången just nu.
I can't verify that's actually Swedish, but
Jättebra, jag har förstått det.
Förstår du det?
what?
Ja.
He speaks Swedish too?
Ja.
Oh, i mig då ju nasas
Jag
på
pratar svenska, ja.
Mavtonia Favrosko po ju. To pala ti amistà tapă schită te dedica deniz yafses favre socolato frali calis bless. I'm speaking Greek,
No,
if you
you're
will.
not.
I am.
That is, okay, that sounds like Greek. It's all Greek to me.
It's all Greek to me too.
Anyway,
Und jetzt auf
He-
Deutsch.
I just wanted to throw this out there. People of Punk Rock out of Canada just re-released a compilation album of Adhesive tracks, so you got to check that out. So it's just like compilation of tracks from older albums mixed together, re-released
We get it.
in one album. I want you to hear the song though. It's called On a Pedestal. Check it out.
Oh.
There's no limit to the riches I wanna see. I met this man who said he could do anything for me. I was a little nervous, but I went there anyway. I never guessed that he would smile at me and say, "Hello, I welcome you into my humble store."
Pretty good.
Yeah, thanks.
There's so much good music out there. It's ridiculous.
It's crazy. Yeah, and like, I don't know.
I really like that band Fireburn as well.
Fireburn?
I'm sorry, not I like Fireburn, but
Fireside.
Fireside.
That's
Yeah,
right,
they were
Fireside,
great.
yeah.
They're
Yeah.
The Swedish quicksand kind
That's
of.
right.
But all right, awesome.
Well, what? There's also Raised Fist too out of Sweden. I mean, there was some.
No fun at all. 59 times the
Oh, yeah,
pain.
59 Times the Pain, hardcore band.
Oh,
Those
man.
guys were bad. We played some shows
Satanic
with them.
Surfers.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's incredible what
It-
came out of Sweden during the 90s. It was like
The Donut.
you wouldn't even expect it. But anyway, that
That area, Umeå specifically.
Umeå.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was that story I told you about where that's the northeast of Sweden where, remember in the first episode we talked about the vegans.
Yeah. That's right. I got out of the bus and I slipped on ice and ice slid on my butt all the way to the bottom of the hill. Almost got hit by a car.
Gosh.
Crazy cold.
Hey, well, I just want to say most of these bands can be found on Bandcamp, Spotify, Facebook. Look them up. A lot of these bands are still around.
Hey, No Fun at All's
Yeah.
touring again. They just
That's
toured
right.
South America.
Yes,
You know, I think they were maybe here recently as well.
they were. They were, yeah.
And Millencolin's playing again,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, a lot of bands getting back together. For sure.
it's cool.
Yeah. When's Unity coming back? Unity coming back.
You are one.
Drum roll for our outro. Hey, thanks for watching. You guys are awesome. Definitely make sure you subscribe. Please subscribe to us. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram. We're always posting little things here and there.
Send us what you got
Yes.
for reviews.
Definitely.
And,
You can send it to eye for an eye at eye4an-eye-punk, at gmail.com.
and we'll see you guys next time. Sweet. You're like the news anchor guys,
Yeah.
where at the end of the presentation they always go like this. It's so funny.